Marketeers, I'm Priyanka, your host for today for Marketeers TV, and welcome to the program 15 Minutes with Marketeers. In this session titled Creating New Growth Platform, for today's episode, we have with us Mr. Charles Oentomo, the President Director of CentrePark, a parking services and management company from Indonesia. Mr. Charles set up this private company in 2009, and since then, CentrePark has expanded to around 150 locations and has a staff of about 5,000 people. So it's a pleasure to have you with us, Mr. Charles.
Thank you so much.
And let's begin our 15 minutes with Marketeers. So to begin with, let's talk about the industry, that parking services management industry in Indonesia today that CentrePark operates in.
Yeah, I was thinking last time I want to start to tell about the parking industry in Indonesia. When I start to create the business plan before I start create this CentrePark in 2009, I see about the market is around maybe 12 trillion per year IDR, but not really including the on-street parking. That I see this big market potentials because CentrePark just established late of 2009, and until now I'm thinking comparing to the others competitors and the own service management, the market is still quite huge. So the market, I'm telling you that still have the big opportunity for the futures.
Right.
So the parking tariff itself is very cheap comparing to the Asian countries like Singapore and Malaysia, and comparing also to Thailand. I think the parking rate of Indonesia is a very low rate. Because the parking rate in Indonesia is most expensive one is in Jakarta. In the other cities like Surabaya and Bandung, they are increased right now, but it's not really aggressively like a Jakarta. So I think it's still market ahead is quite interesting.
Okay, great. And less than 10 years into operations, and CentrePark has expanded really fast in Indonesia. So how do you see this growth for CentrePark, and what are your targets for the upcoming year?
Yeah, actually now CentrePark have almost 250 projects. When we closed the target end of last year, 2017, and according to our visions in 2020, we have the visions to be a number one in Indonesia. As a national company, we already got the title as a number one in the nation as a national company.
Yeah.
But you know, in the market, there's a big players in the markets. So I think we need to put some good strategy, strengthen our team, the fundamental, the financing, the technology. So yeah, if you telling me about how aggressively we are, I'm thinking I have to double my size of company within this year. So yeah, we trying to put so many efforts. So CentrePark, we want to increase according to our visions in 2020 to be number one in Indonesia. I think we have to increase double in our size. We have to create the good team, a good strategy, and of course the good financing backup and good technology platform.
And like you said, the competition is aggressive. Let's talk a bit more about the competition. Who are your major competitors in the industry in Indonesia today, and what is it that differentiates CentrePark from the rivals?
The big competitors now is there's two of them. Now the number one is still in the secure parking. They are from the Australia. Yeah, they are still in. They are established in Indonesia around. They entered the Indonesian market around 1990, and now they are very large here. They're huge here. The second of the competitor is the ISS. Last time ISS bought a national company, Sun Parking, and Sun Parking at the moment is number 2. And I'm working there before in Sun Parking as a vice president of business development. ISS is the Danish. It's the Denmark company, and I see the benefit, the beneficial of the clients why they want to use CentrePark, because CentrePark we we offering a bit different business approach. The business approach is always telling about the revenue sharing, profit sharing of the fixed income base. But if you can go deep more to the client's relationship, that you're thinking about the client's challenge, the problem what they have. So we have to trying to put some ideas to them. Why we don't do like, if you need more traffic, why you don't do like the promotion on the parking, for example. You do the parking at the same time, and you can get like the price for periodically price. So it's not really the customers who have to shopping in your mall entitled to get the price. There's one of the example. The other way is a battling price war until now. So the landlords always see how much you can give the contributions, but I thinking for the futures I don't want to trap into the price war battling. It's not good.
And every industry faces their own set of unique challenges. So what are your challenges? What are the challenges in your industry, and how do you address those challenges in growing CentrePark?
I see the challenge in the two-way or perspective challenge. The first one is the internal challenge. The internal challenge, I'm trying to make the vision of CentrePark to be the vision of everyone, people in the CentrePark. I meaning the employee. And if they live the visions, I want we move together, align together to the one goals. In 2020, we want to be number one. This is the most hardest things that I have to give them the motivations, the incentive if they achieve that. And then the other perspective, the other challenge is the external challenge. The external challenge, because I tell you before, now we are doing the price war battling. So I'm trying to make the how we want to deliver the excellent service to our customers with the good management, a good training skill to the employee, good innovations in the technology, and good the business model. So I think with those challenges, I think I can address the challenge between the internal and external. We combine together and give to facing the growth for the new future.
Right.
I think like that.
Yeah. And because the session is titled Creating New Growth Platform, so I must ask you, what are the new growth avenues that CentrePark is pursuing going forward, to get new growth for your business?
Until now, we are still do the organically growth until now. And I was thinking that there are so many clients that the customers, they are still manage their parking by in-house. Let's see, like the government's project, the independent landlord, and I'm thinking now we are not in the period they are comparing to the Singapore and Malaysia. Our parking technology, the innovation is very just only in the very beginning. You can see in the overseas, they already have like the auto payment machines. They already have all the cashless, and they have all the system on the cloud. In here, our technology is one or two step behind. We just only have the, like now when you're saying is the semi-manless automation system. So I'm thinking the platform, I have to transform from what we have right now to more digitalized.
Right.
So we have to bring all of my transactions, all of the processes to be a more paperless, to be a more digitalized. When digitalized is already coming in, maybe in the exit, you just only using the machines, you just only using the good technology to service the clients. So the employees, the men and the women that now working with us in the exit, we can encouraging them to leverage them up to put on the field as the customer service, as the a great parking attendant posture. So,
right.
So they not manage the cash anymore because the cash is already taken care by this technology itself. So Yeah, I'm thinking that's the future to.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Right. And of course, vehicles in Jakarta are growing every day, but the land space remains limited, right? So I see that as a challenge going forward, say 5 to 10 years from now. How do you see that, and does that worry you?
Yeah, honestly, if so many cars sold or motorbikes sold every year, as a parking business practitioner, I'm very happy.
Good for you.
I'm very happy. Right. But the more challenge is the governments.
Yeah.
They have to provide the infrastructure.
Yeah.
For the businessman's perspective, like me, I think my competitors maybe also think the same way. If any empty land of the governments, we can do like the BOT scheme, build, operate, transfer, or we do the long lease, just to help the governments to making the available spot. So the available spot can be attached to maybe the train stations, because now the presidents now is they do the transit oriented development. They want to attach to the platform to platform of the train. So if like the surrounding of them, they have the empty land, they want to synergize. Maybe we should list that, and we have to build to support the governments. So the traffic jam is not always collecting put together in the SCBD area. So if not, it's very painful. You're always facing the traffic jam every day. So if we can like decentralize, isolate them to nearby the like transit-oriented development, so it will be easier. So the motorists can park there, and they can use the MRT or the LRT. They can go to transfer to the main city. So I think the future will be there.
Right.
And we happy to participate.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Charles, for joining our 15 Minutes with Marketeers show. It was a pleasure to have you with us, and we learned so much about the parking management industry. So thanks a lot, and we wish CentrePark a great success.
Thank you so much, Priyanka.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
I hope the viewers enjoyed the show, and if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Until we meet again, goodbye.